Hello, 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 hello. What's going on, my peeps, my peeps? How y'all doing? You know who I am. You know where you are. This is Ask Alma. I'm Alma on location. You hear what I said? I'm on location. I'm at Disney. I'm at Disney. Where you at? That's all right. Tell me in the chat. Oh my goodness. Okay, look. Let me first apologize, y'all. I hope this goes well, but I might pop in and out. Trust me, if I drop, I'll be back. Just hang in there with a sister. We're going to get this thing taken care of, okay? But I am so glad you're with me. Usually every Tuesday at 7. Any newbies? Again, this is Ask Alma Live. I am your host, Alma Gill. First off, let me say I had to use my phone tonight, so I don't even know who's with me. I can't say hi to y'all. I can't give shout outs. I don't know which cousins in the house. I just don't know. I can't see it.
Well,
But
we got
I'm
a
a
Miss
hoping,
Watkins.
but I'm a hope and pray that y'all with me on this ride because this is definitely going to be a fun night. So, without any further ado, hi, Deborah Watkins. How are you? I want to bring in my fantastic panel, my girls. I got my girls with me, my girls. Hi,
Hi,
Karen.
Alma. So glad to be here with you in Disney.
Thank you. That's
I
right.
have to say, Alma, your tone is just so like, oh, I'm at the beach. Like you don't even, you just like it's like a smooth drink. You're not even. It's like there is no trouble. There's no workload. There's no nothing. I am on vacation. That's how you're sounding right now.
On vacation, on
Yes.
vacation. We got Mary Lou in the house. Maddie, can
My,
you hear me, Maddie? I hope
Hey,
you
Lady
got
Lou.
your.
it seems like I'm having the technical difficulties.
Well, we
Oh
can
no,
hear
you're
you.
good. We can hear you. You're doing good. You're doing good. And we have DeSheryl said hello to us. Hi, DeSheryl. How are you, girl? Yes, yes. Tamia, hey, cuz, how you doing? Javon, hey, your godmamas at Disney, at Disney, on the Mother's Day getaway. For those of you who
Yes,
don't know,
yes, yes.
these mothers right here get away every Mother's Day. That
Yeah, how
is
many
our
years have you
gift.
been doing it now? How many
Hi,
years has it been?
Tamara.
5 years.
5.
5
5 years.
years. Yes, 5 years. We go Disney, not Disney. Disney, not Disney. Disney. So every other year is Disney. And we pick for next year where we going, ladies?
We're going to Bermuda.
Bermuda, Bermuda, Bermuda. No husbands, no kids, no grandkids. All right. All right. It really is the best thing. I'm telling you.
That's what
It
I'm saying,
is.
Javon. They sneak off. They don't take any of us. I'm with you.
It has been the same tribe for 5 years. Yes, it has. But you know what, D? I just heard Karen say she might sneak you in next
Yeah, I
year.
know. I heard that. Look. I wrote it down. I will
We're going to
remember.
have to do a
Well, you know
countdown with
what?
that thing.
I know that this is something that you all have created, and there's a reason why the three of you do it. So I am not
Yes.
opposed to staying home. I love and appreciate that you all go and do your thing. I'm not mad. I wait for the great stories when you get back.
It is so fantastic. So fantastic. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I want to remind you where you are. You have joined me, Alma Gill, on Ask Alma Live. I happen to be on location in Orlando, but we're still trying to make this happen. And we are very, very, very grateful that you guys are here to join us. Grateful more than you know. So, one disclaimer. As I tell you a little bit about the show, because I'm hoping that we have some new viewers tonight. So what happens here on Ask Alma Live is you will hear 3 questions from folks around the country who have sent in an email. And what we do is listen to the question and try to give them sound advice. We are not doctors, and so we won't offer that kind of advice, but we do suggest that if you need professional advice, then you should reach out and try to make an appointment with a professional psychologist or doctor. Yeah. We all about that. Go on and get your help.
Yes.
Get your help. But for tonight, we just have some very bright, some very smart, some very seasoned women who are experienced in different areas. Wasn't that a good word? Did you hear that?
Yeah, like that word, seasoned.
That was good. That was good, wasn't it? So, we all about common sense and how to get yourself together. That's what we do best. So when we hear your questions, we offer you advice to get yourself together. So,
Alma, before we start, I think, can you hear me? I know we weren't able to send our producer down there with you. I think your hair is giving us feedback. Can you move your hair away from the speaker on your earbuds? Just a little bit, yeah.
Is that what that is?
I think we're getting feedback from whenever you move. Yeah, whenever you move the cord. Next time we'll fly the producer down.
I don't think that's me. That can't be my hair. My lock's not that heavy. Y'all, it's moving? Y'all, is it better now?
I think it's better.
Yeah.
I know just what you were saying. Okay.
That was funny.
Good catch,
okay, girl. That's why me and you've been best friends forever.
I'm gonna brush that thing off your. Get that thing out your tooth. You're gonna zip my dress in the elevator. I can always count on you.
Oh my.
Mary Lou, you got yourself together? No, Mary Lou ain't got
herself
together.
She's muted. Speak.
She look cute. She looks cute, which is what's important.
She's muted, so she needs to. He's gonna. Maybe the producer can unmute her so we can hear her.
See, I think that's where the noise is coming from. Mary Lou, that means.
Well, I can't hear you in my ear, Mary Lou. Mary Lou, we can't hear you in our ear.
He done muted her again. The producer said, "Let me produce." I'm muting this girl. See, that's Mary Lou. No. See, D, I told you it wasn't my hair. My gray hair don't make that much noise. It used to back in the day.
It's just brushing. I thought it was brushing against the little mouthpiece on the cord.
Yeah. When it was thick, it did. Now, I'm just so glad to see you, though, D. I haven't seen you for a little while.
I know it's been a while. I guess it's only been a week, but it feels like much longer.
And because I'm not in Maryland where you are.
Right.
So that's why, too. It seems like it's a lot of distance. But I'm with Karen at Disney.
And Maddie
Lou. And D. Hi, Bessie. And the vacationing girls. That's right. We've been having a ball.
Hi, Bessie.
If any of y'all are my Facebook friends, I've been posting pictures for almost 2 weeks. And But D, the entire time that hi, Colleen, how are you? She's in Canada. She's in Quebec.
Oh, welcome.
So D, when we were in St. Augustine, I thought about you because did you do some stuff in St. Augustine? Was that where you did your speech? Tell me.
No, that was actually the last vacation I did with Lauren. Was to St. Augustine.
Oh, was St. Augustine?
Yeah, we did St. Augustine. We did St. Augustine, Daytona, or actually they're almost the same. We did Daytona and then Orlando, and then she flew out of Orlando. So we started in St. Augustine. I love that city. It's the oldest city in the country, and it has it's just beautiful. Well, any place in Florida, there's food and food and water. That's all you really need, right? Food and water.
Yes, indeed.
But a lot of history, so much history.
Yes,
there.
yes.
Yeah, and we did a little trolley ride around the thing. Plus, they got wineries and distilleries. So you can get. And
they're actually next door to each other. I'm not gonna tell you why I know that, but you can walk from one to the other, and then and then walk back. Walk it off. to the trolley.
And I think the chocolate place
fun.
is in between.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like sort of like in a 3-block radius. Yes, it is. It is a beautiful city.
Yes. Hi, cuz. How you doing, Gail? So, Mary Lou, since you are back up and at it, can you hear me now? That's okay, girl, because you look good. We ain't gonna worry about it. See, y'all keep telling me it's my locks. I keep telling you it's not my locks. Mary Lou. So we are going to Mary Lou, I don't know if you can hear me, but Kadeen said hello from Quebec. Yeah. So your family is watching you. We just have to get like your alien glitches up so they can hear you. Okay, everybody, we are going to get started. Mary Lou's relatives in Canada, and where was the other place she told us, Karen? I can't remember. Somewhere in Africa. We are glad y'all watching, and hopefully your cousin gonna be able to say something at this point. But right now, she just look good. So,
maybe she just needs to change rooms
with us. There are no other rooms to change. No, we're all in a different. She picked that room.
Okay.
So, and I actually think, Mary Lou, that it is your Bluetooth. Yeah, but I think it's your Bluetooth, but you're good. Let's listen to question number 1 because I am excited about tonight. So those of you, again, who are watching for the first time, we're going to listen to 3 different questions and we give our advice. And here we go with question number 1.
Hi there, Alma and crew. I'm Tiffany Holmes from Baltimore, Maryland, and I'm here to read this week's Ask Alma question. Hi, Alma. I enjoy watching your show. I have what I think is a problem, but my girlfriends say I'm over-dramatizing. I've been happily married for almost 15 years. Our kids are amazing, and my husband is the best father and husband any woman could ever ask for. He takes care of us, and we never lack for anything. Here's my problem. My husband rarely, if ever, says he loves me. When I tell him I love him, he smiles and says, I know you do. Mind you, he has always been this way. Even when we dated, before we got married. He says I love you back to our children, but when it comes to me, he says it's more important that he shows me his love for me. I want him to tell me, Alma. How can I get him to see how important it is to me for him to say, I love you? Thanks.
I love it, Tiffany. That is Karen's daughter, Tiffany.
My one and only, yes.
I don't think I've seen her for more than a decade.
Right. She's not a little girl anymore, right?
She's not a little girl anymore.
Little Tiffany. She did a fantastic job. Tiffany, thank you for that. So ladies, recap. She wants her husband to say, I love you more. He's really not the kind of guy to say it. So what should she do about that? She's happily married. She has no other complaints. He just doesn't say, I love you. Hey, Gail.
Well,
so
I
Karen,
think that because she knew he was like this, she says he's always been like this. And he was like this when they were dating. They've been happily married all these years. And he does say, I love you to the children. So he's not completely, like off of the word. But, I agree with him that it's more important to show it, because someone that says, I love you, but they're not doing the I love you stuff, that would be a bigger problem. So I think she should count her blessings.
Dina.
It's a word. It's a word. There are people who tell you they love you and then beat you, or treat you badly, or or tell you I love you every day until they disappear and you never see them again. So it's a word. Right. I think his actions are clearly more important than whether he probably could say it just so she will feel better because but for me, it's like,
or send her a card or something.
Well, she doesn't say Ooh, I got lots of feedback. She doesn't say that he doesn't do anything that expresses love, or that he doesn't say "I love you" in cards or any. We don't know any of that. He just doesn't say it to her.
Yeah, I think she's been watching too many Hallmark movies.
Where they meet out in front of the beach
out in
house.
front of the beach house.
Oh yeah.
Or
Mhm.
no, not the beach house, the pool house.
Right.
Because that's where you come back together out in front of
Wow.
the pool house. You know, for your friend that doesn't have a
Okay,
job.
we're going we're gonna have to make an exception. This week is the first time I've ever come on, but I'm sending messages to you guys, and you're not seeing messages. Marie, you're connected to two devices at the same time.
Can you hear me?
To two devices at the same time.
Okay.
Okay.
We just have to straighten this out, viewers, so that you all can actually.
That's technology for you.
There you go. All right, so you have to disconnect from one of those devices.
Okay.
See, y'all try to tell me this is my hand. I told y'all what my hand. It's the diva on two different, not just one. She got to be on two.
I'm two
No, I've done that
different.
too, though, Mary Lou.
Because
That was a nice
we were
voice that came in to tell us, wasn't it? Nice deep voice. Thank you, Mr. Nice Deep Voice on NNPA.
The spirit of NNPA.
Am I out?
Perfect.
You're good.
Yeah, Charlie. The angels had Charlie, and we have the deep voice at NNPA.
Right.
No, we're still getting an echo.
She's got stuff still on.
Are you connected from a phone and a computer?
Completely off. Computer's off.
See, we only hear you one time, but we hear when everybody else speaks twice. Do you have on headphones?
Yes.
Disconnect the headphones. Now talk. Now we can't hear you.
No, can't hear you.
Reconnect the headphones. Are they reconnected?
I can hear you. Is it good?
Are we still hearing an echo?
Not for me.
Yes.
I am good. I don't hear anything.
Yes, we hear an echo when anybody else speaks.
D.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, twice.
Karen, you hear too?
I do hear too.
I heard too.
Okay.
I hear no echo.
Yes, your headphones. Sorry, everybody. This is somebody typing in the secret voice. Your headphones also have a microphone. And what's happening is the mic from your headphones and the mic from the device are picking up.
Okay.
All right, so let's try it now.
Okay.
Still here.
You still hear it?
Still hear an echo?
Yes.
You hear an echo?
Yeah. So let's do this.
Yeah.
When you're not speaking, Marie, we'll just need you to mute.
Okay.
All right, and then we'll be good.
Okay.
Great show, everybody. Do you need me to replay the question?
Let's play Tiffany one more time.
Hi there, Alma and crew. I'm Tiffany Holmes from Baltimore, Maryland, and I'm here to read this week's Ask Alma question. Hi, Alma. I enjoy watching your show. I have what I think is a problem, but my girlfriends say I'm over-dramatizing. I've been happily married for almost 15 years. Our kids are amazing, and my husband is the best father and husband any woman could ever ask for. He takes care of us, and we never lack for anything. Here's my problem. My husband rarely, if ever, says he loves me. When I tell him I love him, he smiles and says, I know you do. Mind you, he has always been this way, even when we dated, before we got married. He says I love you back to our children, but when it comes to me, he says it's more important that he shows me his love for me. I want him to tell me, Alma. How can I get him to see how important it is to me for him to say I love you? Thanks.
But there's one
like
point
to
she
look
says
at
in the
the
letter, she says, how can I
wait.
get him? How can I get him to see that it's important to me? She should just say, it's important to me. Please say it. You know, it doesn't sound like she's actually said, you know, I want you to say it to me. Please say it. Because she's asking us, you know, how do I get him to say I love you? Just tell them it's important.
Is that me in there somewhere?
Carmen!
My God.
Hello, Carmen.
Girl, we on location. Don't even worry about it.
Well, hi, ladies.
Mickey said, y'all ain't doing this up in my house. Hi, Carmen. How you doing?
Good, I'm doing very good. I was feeling like, oh man, I've let these people down. Wait a minute. But I did hear the question
We are
about
having
the love.
we're
My
having
husband?
serious technical difficulties, but she wants her husband to say I love you, and he doesn't say it much, but he's a good husband. He's a good husband. He takes care of her and their kids, but he just doesn't say I love you so much to her. And she said he's never been that way. He didn't do it when they dated before they got married, but she thinks it's important for them to say to each other I love you, and he is just not doing it. But he says his actions should speak louder than the words I love you.
I agree. I agree, because if he didn't do this before, that's his personality, and it's his actions that say I love you every single moment. So just the simple words I love you, I mean, don't mean a thing, you know, if he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. He shows it all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that.
I mean,
and he didn't say it before.
What would she
He
prefer?
didn't say it before. What would she prefer? Yeah,
No,
well,
I wouldn't prefer somebody that would just say, "Oh, I love you. I love you." I've had that,
Right.
and it's like
Yeah.
they didn't do.
Didn't mean a thing.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Didn't mean a
But
thing.
on the other hand,
Diane says. Right. I'm sorry. Diane says if he didn't say it before they got married, he hasn't changed. Also, you know, she has.
You know, kind of think of it.
She has.
For me personally, I would rather see the action. I can hear I love you all the time. I can hear I love you from morning till night, but if the action does not follow it, it's empty words.
Right.
At this point, you know, I think the action, yes, you want to hear the word, but action speaks louder. Action, because you know, somebody said before, you can say it's that you do, you can say I love you, and then you beating somebody, looks what you make me do, I love you, and then it's words, you know.
Yeah.
Well, that says no, he's being a jerk. And that says he's being a jerk because he can just say it. He could say it to her. So he's just being a jerk about it.
In that case, ask him to say it. It would be very nice, you know. Tell me you love me sometimes.
Well, maybe she's never had this conversation with him. Maybe she's never really expressed. I mean, because it's been 15 plus years. So when did it become an issue for her? And if it's an issue now, she needs to, you know, specifically say, this is how I feel. I wish you would do this. and hopefully he would do it at least once to get so she'll feel better about it. But
I like what Diane said. He hasn't
if he didn't
changed.
say
She
it
has.
right.
Mm.
Yeah, that was good, Diane. He has not changed. She has. And I think like sometimes if you tell somebody you want something and they can't deliver it the way you want them to, have a conversation. But you can't change people. And if
Right.
she says she's happy.
Mhm.
So like Karen said, what do you want? You want him to just say I love you, I love you, I love you, and stop doing everything, or
Well, the
look
Cheryl,
at
is it
what
the
he
Cheryl?
does.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
I don't want to
the
mispronounce her
Cheryl.
name. She says she should be grateful became because until her husband tells me he loves me every day and he doesn't show it. It's all BS. I'd rather him show it than lie and then do
Mhm.
the opposite. But she
She
should
should
sit
sit
down and
down and
ask him
ask him
why
why
he
he
doesn't say
doesn't
it.
say it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think
Good
there are some
point.
people who want to show you and find it important to show you,
Show you.
more so than just saying it. Yeah, I watch a lot of Hallmark movies and I get caught up in that
I
stuff.
know.
And so you should you know, if you got a meal and you ain't eating in the dark and you got somewhere to live and you can drive to the grocery store in your car,
After
girl,
over
tell
after
yourself,
over
I
40
love you.
years, I'll take action any day now.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. Okay, girl, there go our common sense advice to you. Thank you, ladies. That was a good one. And again, we want to thank Tiffany for being a VVR this week. Thank you, Tiffany, because I did call you last night. So that's a whole big thanks to you, girl.
Well,
Because
Annette
for
adds a
me.
comment where she says, "My friend's ex-husband showed a lot of action of love, yet he was cheating on her." Well, that's just someone's that's duplicitous. Like he, you can't fix those people. And if
right.
he was cheating, he
No.
was that action was just to keep perhaps try to keep her off the trail, off of the
Mm.
scent of his
Mm-hmm.
behavior. But if he was genuinely
Mm-hmm.
showing her love, then that should be enough, in my opinion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Action,
Yeah.
action.
Mhm.
All right. Norman's Angels. We're not Charlie's Angels. Okay, Norman's Angels. Let's get to question number two.
Number two.
Hello, Ask Alma fans. My name is Orga, and I am a VVR for tonight. Dear Alma, before I begin, let me say up front that I love my wife. That said, in the years since we wed, she has gained considerable weight. When we order out, she stuffs herself like a pig and never misses a chance to order dessert. When I hint that she might forego the sweets, she calls me a killjoy. On top of all this, she refuses to do any exercise that requires her to break a sweat. Sure, I've gained weight too, but no one would ever accuse me of being fat. How do I talk with my wife about this without making her feel self conscious or unattractive? Despite the extra pounds, she's still the apple of my eye. Friends say I'm asking for trouble.
Where do I sign up for the beatdown?
Orga. Orga Price. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Um, you guys, that was Maddie Lourdes Price. That's her son. So we had
Okay.
Karen's daughter, Tiffany, read a question. And now we have Maddie's son, read that question. So thank you to him. Moms, y'all did a good job
I
with
am
those
I
two.
am with pride.
So
Mhm.
to
You
recap
did a good
his
job.
to recap that question, a couple, he loves his wife. He does. And she has gained a lot of weight. And he wants her to do something about it. And he doesn't know how to talk to her about it. Um, you know what, honestly, I don't have a problem with this question, but I'm gonna let y'all go for it. So Who wants to go first?
Mm.
Well, I
Well,
think it's like I think it's like
look,
anything,
look,
any vice or habit that you're trying to
Uh,
change, you have to want to change it yourself.
I think you should
And
just come out and tell her. Because, I mean, when I gained, using myself, when I gained a lot of weight, uh, my husband told me, that I had to do something about it, because it affects my health. So,
Yeah.
I, I think you'd be doing her a favor.
And I
That's one of
do
those acts
think,
of love.
I think it's the
and that's what
approach.
he's asking.
Mhm.
Is he? Did he ask her? I'm sorry, I missed the. Did he ask her to try to lose the weight? Is
I
that
don't
is?
think that
is
he's
He's
talked to
asking
her
us
yet.
what are kind ways to do it. He's saying that
oh,
because at the
okay.
end it was muffled a little bit, and he said that his friend told him that he was just asking for trouble. But he's saying, I'm reaching out asking a panel of women, how do I
Mm-hmm.
talk to my wife and tell her that I really want her to get this weight under
Mm-hmm.
control?
I think he
Mm-hmm.
I
has
like
to
that
find out
Annette
how
said that
she
her
feels
ex dropped
about.
her off at the gym.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
see now that's why he's the ex. That's
Well,
why
I
he's an
think
ex.
yes. Well, I think that the fact that he said she stuffs herself like a pig is the wrong approach because you don't
Yeah.
refer to your loved one as comparing them to a pig.
Right.
You could say she eats to excess or whatever, but I would be somewhat offended if
Mm-hmm.
like he approached me saying like you stuff yourself like a pig, and he says he's gained
Mm-hmm.
weight also. So I think a good approach
Mm-hmm.
for him would be to say, let's go together on some kind of
Right.
program because of course his eyes don't see himself the same way. He says nobody's going to call him fat. Well, he's gained weight. What are
Mm-hmm.
they going to call him? He's
They
calling
might
his
be
wife.
behind his back.
Yes, exactly. But I think that like you can have that conversation, especially when it's health related, and if you both have some excess pounds, and it's important to like it could be it's something that they bond
Mm-hmm.
together with. Yeah.
I think it's important to find out what the weight gain is rooted in
Yep.
because I mean clearly something else is going on and having gained weight and having had and made talk about it like if you start telling me I'm fat I'm like it's over, we're not having this conversation. So I
Mm,
think he needs to first find out why she's eating like this, why there's obviously something going on, and then they could work together on fixing it. But him, it's like any habit that you have that you want to quit. As soon as somebody tells you you need to do it, you're like,
that's true.
no, you're not gonna tell me what to do.
it
I mean,
is,
this
it's
is
true, D.
defense.
This is
But
the pot calling the kettle black. He too is fat.
yeah,
He
but
too is fat.
remember
I
we were
mean,
talking about the COVID-15. It could be the
yes,
COVID-15 or the
he too
COVID
is
30.
fat. I have gained a
Mm-hmm.
lot of weight and I have lost a lot of weight. It's the support that you get from
Yes.
within the household and outside. This is how I actually battle the weight. And it's when I gain weight, my family loves me. When I lost it, they loves me. So
Right.
they love me. So the point
Thank you.
is the way that you use your word. You can't say I am the apple of your eye. On the other hand, I'm calling you a killjoy and I am stuffing myself like a pig. I have stuffed myself like a pig, but this is not what literally out for whatever reason. It's not what I want to hear. And I've lost weight because of sadness. My mother died, my father died, my brothers. So you gain weight for a whole lot of reasons. So
Mm-hmm.
for somebody not to support you in it, can we take a walk together? Can we take a walk together after dinner? Very nicely. The pound will melt. But not actually you must lose weight. You must lose weight, sir. So let's do let's tell her, let's take a walk, let's do it together. I love you, I want you healthy, I want you for a long time. That that's what you tell your wife, who is the apple of your eye.
Good.
And that said she lost weight in COVID. How you do that, girl?
A lot of support, a lot of support.
Although
Telling my
I do
husband
feel
stop buying Haagen-Dazs.
right, and you know what? I honestly have to say, I was thin when I got married. I gained a lot of weight over this 25 years, but I do, in the back of my mind, I think that there are some men who really don't want you to gain weight, and most of them tell you up front. One of those men is my husband. Was like, I'm gonna love you through it all, but try not to get fat if you can. And I took it. I was offended by it, honestly. But he said it like before we got married. Like he was like, I can go through everything, but honestly, like if you can try not to get fat. I
Right.
was like, what do you mean? And
Well,
so
get
he
fat
gave
is
me some
relative.
more. Right. And so what he said was, just like you take care of yourself now,
Right.
I want you to do that for the rest of your
That
life.
right.
He said, I just noticed women sometimes they get married and then that's just it.
Right.
Just I'm married. I did the cabbage soup diet. I got in my dress. I'm done.
I'm happy,
And I
right?
did.
Well, taking care of yourself can be a lot of things. It doesn't necessarily have to be weight gain. I mean, there may be women that don't comb their hair
Right.
anymore once they get a husband, or do their nails or any. I mean, that's an exaggeration, but that don't do the pampering things that they used to do. That we always talk about. Whatever it took to get them takes to keep them. But sometimes weight is not. It's not something you can control. I mean, there are other reasons why people people gain weight, and you have to accept that. But I think it's still, I can't imagine your husband walking up to you and saying, you're eating like a pig, you need to go to the gym.
Right.
Like he wouldn't. That isn't
Girl, no.
well, he wouldn't do that,
Exactly.
right? No. Right. So it even if he thought that you were a little heavier than you had been, he would find some gentle way to maybe take you on vacation. Maybe I'll start doing some new calisthenics. Maybe buy a new exercise machine. I mean, there are ways to address it without being, hurtful. And even if I told you, go ahead. I was gonna say, even if I told you from the beginning, you still have to have some respect.
Yeah, because I think like there are many ways that, like Mary Lou said, that women over the years gain weight. You get pregnant. It's a lot of stuff that changes your body structure and changes the way you look. What I think sometimes happens is some of us, I'm not one of these women because I like to look a particular way, either a size 8 or 18. Like my outfit is going to be on point, and my makeup and my hair. And I think that's the thing sometimes that might be a little bit put offish for the man. Like, because I think some women do gain weight and then they feel so depressed about gaining weight and everything. They just put sweatpants on and a t-shirt and call it a day. And most times the sweatshirt and the t-shirt is way bigger than they really are. So
or
you
his.
kind of walk around in that, exactly. And I can see that I don't want a guy walking around looking like that all the time. I want you to shave your nose hairs. I want you to take care of your toes. I mean, it's some things that I need you to do too.
Right.
So I can understand, like, he has some things that he would like for you to address too. So I wonder if it was a little bit more of that, where she was feeling bad about herself, so now she's not, giving herself the time that she needs to be and look the best that she can be. Yeah.
Yes, but using
Karen.
loving words, using loving words,
Oh yeah.
he can actually get her and get himself in a better, healthy way also.
And
See,
like Bessie said, some of us were big girls when we got married.
Right.
They can't complain, but then what are they gonna say? No, like he cannot.
Well, Mary Lou
Walking
said
every
she
day
just
is
need to say
important.
him, you fat. She can tell you fat. So why you gonna lose weight?
That's right. Let us both do it.
Who you calling fat? Fatty. Now hand me that cake and shut up. Oh my goodness. Yes, there's a way to talk to people. And basically, that I think is a good answer to this question, that there is a way that you communicate.
Right.
Dwayne says he
Exactly.
should start working out and ask for, right. But you know what, Dwayne, and I know I can't be the
I was gonna
only
say,
woman who
oh,
feels this
man.
way. Men lose weight so fast. Like men eat, salad for dinner 3 nights and they lost 10 pounds. It really irritates me to no end. A woman can eat a salad 3 nights and damn, she gained 2 pounds. What?
She ate salad.
Like,
Yes, yes. Different body composition.
it is so not fair. So not fair.
Right.
But
But
it
I
is,
like
I
his
think,
suggestion. He says if he starts to work out and starts to eat more healthy, then perhaps she will join him in that process. If he focuses on his own weight, then maybe his wife will follow his lead, as opposed to him pointing the finger at her and saying, you need to lose weight.
That's a great idea.
and
Yeah, and Dee,
unless
earlier
she
you
looks at him
said
and
that
go,
there
dang.
yeah, Dee
Go
had
ahead,
mentioned
Karen.
earlier that there could be a lot of reasons. I think that they have to find what the root cause is of the reason, and that has to factor into it because it could be. I've known people like with different kinds of medical issues that made it very hard for them to lose weight, or if they were on certain medication, it made them retain weight. So it's not cut and dry. Even though she has a big appetite, it could be rooted in other issues, other medical issues. But he does have to be loving and considerate and thoughtful as to how you approach that. Because right, if you think you're going to just strong arm somebody into saying you got to lose weight and they're going to go off and do it, it's not going to happen like that.
No.
Right.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Case in point.
We all
Well,
have
the show
to learn.
says no men do. Their muscle and the way they are made is different. We have menopause, estrogen challenges, and water weight. We deal with a lot more things than they do.
Absolutely.
And
Yes,
we
we
give
do.
birth.
Yes. Yes.
And we give birth. There you
And we
go.
give birth.
Right. Can you do that? Until you can do that, don't ask me. Anything about that chocolate cake I just asked you to hand me, okay?
That's right.
Buying out the Easter candy at CVS.
So true. This is a heavy topic, and it can go on and on. But he asked for nice ways, so at least he's looking. He knows he doesn't have those words. He's looking for us to guide him in those words.
And we
So, like, we
appreciate
can
that.
basically say, you know what they are. Use them.
Mhm.
You know what the nice
Yes.
words are.
But
So
do
write
not
them
give
down,
her a
folks,
gym
if you need to,
membership
and
for her
practice.
birthday. Do not do that.
Oh,
No,
definitely
no.
not. Not for her birthday, not for Valentine's Day.
No, and just leave her alone. She'll be all right. Okay, let's hear question number 3.
My name is Chantel, and I'm one of the VVRs for tonight. Dear Alma, I'm very active in my church. It's up and coming, nothing like the larger-than-life congregations on television. We have a sound membership of around 300 people. Our pastor and first lady are loving, engaging, and serious about the teachings of the Bible. Here's the situation. I'm the church secretary, and it is my responsibility to keep the church updated on our business. For the past 3 Sundays, I haven't seen our First Lady on the online service. She is usually side by side with the pastor, but that hasn't been the case. I don't know what that means, and I'm not sure how to approach him. I've asked, how's your wife, and he has said fine. But I and certain members of the church would like to know why she is no longer visible for us to see. I tried to call her, but my phone messages have gone unreturned. What's the best way to approach the situation? Do you think he owes us an explanation?
No.
Chantal,
No.
that is Mary Lou's daughter.
My future daughter, my
Okay.
son's fiance.
Fiance. Yes. Thank you, Chantel. That was great. I really appreciate it very, very much. It was really a family affair this weekend. Yay! So the recap: this woman is the secretary of the church, and she and other members of the congregation have noticed that the first lady is no longer visible beside the pastor during the online services that they've been having. And they haven't seen her for the past 3 weeks. And when they've asked him, "How's your wife?" he says, "Fine." And she said when she has called the first lady and left messages, that her phone calls have not been returned. So they are wondering if they have a right, I guess, to be concerned and sort of go over to ask what's up, or do they stay out of it because they are a couple. But she says that the congregation is concerned that they have not seen the first lady. So
Well,
does
and
this
that says he
couple
murdered
as
her.
a
Oh, that's awful. That is awful.
She's buried in the backyard.
Funny, but awful.
so they are
No,
asking, like, okay, this is their, of course this is a pastor and his wife, and do they owe them an explanation or
no.
what? But
No.
they don't know
I think
where
it
the
could be
first
a
lady
number of
is.
things. I think it could be a number of things. Our minds immediately jump to that there's some kind of marital problem, or he did something, or she did something. It could be anything. She could be ill. There could be all kinds of. She could be off taking care of her mother, and those aren't kind of things you necessarily want to have conversations about in public. And I think he should be given the same grace as anyone else to bring it up
Yeah.
when when he wants to bring it up. So I don't think he owes them any explanation, and she should wait until the first lady calls her back.
And I second
Until
everything
they
that Dee
find the body.
says. No,
Until
no,
they
no,
find her
no,
in the
no.
backyard.
No, no. I just don't understand why, especially in those kinds of situations, people feel like because someone's the pastor, and Alma, you were a pastor's kid, did you
Daughter,
think
I
that
was a
yeah,
PK.
do you think that everything that went on in your house was, like for public consumption? No.
No.
And
No.
just like Dee said, there could be so many reasons why, and they need to, like pull back and handle church business. That ain't church business.
And you know
My
what? Let
opinion.
me just say though, that I agree with you, Karen. I agree with you, D. I love y'all. Both of y'all are two of the most intelligent cousins and friends that I have. That's why I have y'all in my circle. But I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Our audience, who watches and sticks with us all the time, and the one that said, "Oh Lord, he didn't kill them, put it in the freezer." These my people.
Right.
Oh my goodness, there was
Oh,
like 10
Lordy.
people that straight up said she dead. That's right. I'm
And
I got no more. I got no
I
more.
understand. She's actually the first lady. She is not the leadership. The pastor is. But and I see why people would want to know that. But I think that the pastor should have the opportunity to tell it when he's ready to tell it. If she's gone for a year or something, you may be like, okay, now, Pastor, where is she? But for a couple of weeks, I think I don't think that they deserve an explanation. I think that it would be nice if they got one. But I can't. I know Alma's mother and her father, and I can't even imagine this conversation going on at the dinner table, particularly her mother saying, "It ain't none of your business."
what?
They want to know what? What? No, we're not having that conversation. No, I just think that there has to be some grace for him and his private life, and he should be able to bring it up when he's ready.
I mean, I agree. I agree. Leave her alone. She's tired. She wanna,
How do we know?
she's doing too much
Jesus.
Discovery
We don't
Channel,
know
too
that.
much HLN. No, we don't. It's not, and it's not for the congregation to know. I mean, I am Catholic, and my point is when we are in a church, if you are participating in different group, so if you are a Eucharistic minister, if you visit the sick, So people know you, you know each other. So one person can call me when I miss mass one Sunday, somebody will call, I didn't see you today. Oh, I didn't go to this mass, I went to that mass. Oh, okay. But if I'm sick, I call one person who would probably tell the pastor that Father Marilud is sick or something like that. Oh, I would call the church. But if I don't call, one member would call, and it's usually somebody who I am friends with, and who knows, and then that's it. But
But Mary Lou,
on
you
that level, leave somebody alone, leave her alone, and let
but
give her,
Mary Lou,
sometimes it's only been 3 weeks.
you're Catholic. Y'all don't have first ladies. Y'all got priests. So you don't know
No,
whether
no,
somebody show up or not.
no, but it's true. It's true. But in the Catholic Church, if you are a bench warmer, this is what I call a bench warmer. If you're a bench warmer, yes, people don't know if you show up or not. But the majority of the parish know one another. We know one another, and if somebody don't show up, we know. If somebody
You know what, Dwayne?
if
Oh my
Roslyn
God.
doesn't go if Roslyn doesn't come to church, I'm gonna call Alan myself and say, Alan, I didn't see Roslyn today, where is she? And it's only one Sunday. I didn't see Roslyn. Is she okay? Oh yeah, she's okay. And sometimes I go to the house to
But
visit.
and there's
No,
a
in the
difference
Catholic
between
Church.
concern. There's a difference between concern and just being plain nosy. If you don't show up for church,
What you
you're a
trying to say,
regular,
D?
and you don't show up for church, then I'm gonna call and see how you're doing. But you just I guess my issue with the question isn't should he share that information, is he required to share that information. And I don't think that he's required to do it. And there are members of, he may have shared where she is with the people that really need to know. And
Yes,
they have
yes.
all agreed that it's not time for him to share that with everyone else.
Yes.
And if the first lady wanted them to know, she would have told them herself. So I think that she should be allowed
Agree,
to.
agree. They're not required. They don't owe anybody any explanation. You know, they don't.
I
They're
love
there
my
to.
people.
They are there to teach the word of God, properly. That's it. So as long as they keep, everything, clean, But I would say after 3 months, 3 months she doesn't show up. Somebody need to know where the first lady is.
Right.
3 months is too late. The body didn't deteriorate and all of that stuff, and like you
Who
can't do
was it?
anything
Gail? Was it
detrimental
Gail
after
says
that.
the first 48? Well, who someone said we should just wait until the girlfriend tells us where she is or something like
That
that.
was
Something crazy.
Dwayne, right? Until the
Okay.
girlfriend show up next to him. Hello. She should back
He
off.
should back off and wait for the pastor's girlfriend to introduce herself.
I'm right there with you, Dwayne. That's what I was thinking. Take a
Or
picture
if
of
or
her
if
holding the
somebody
snakes.
or if somebody now is sitting on that first, the first chair in the congregation, usually it's
The
for
first
the
row.
family
First
of
lady.
the first chair in the congregation with the widest hat. So now we need to ask questions. I'm Catholic, but I have visited other congregations.
I do think I think Tracy said call the cops. I know, right? I think like my mother, Carol didn't answer any questions that anybody didn't play the piano. No, none of that. But anyway, I think if the two of them sat side by side and they're one of those double couple things, you know how everybody is. Reverend Smith and
Oh,
First Lady
the
Kathy Smith.
co-pastor,
Yeah,
So
the co-pastor.
if she was,
and they
if she
all sitting
participated,
like that.
okay.
And if they haven't seen her, I think not being seen the first week is fine, and even not being seen the second week is fine, because you could be sick or anything, or visiting your mom. Like, I don't know if it was Karen or Dee or so. Both gave legitimate reasons why this woman may not be on camera, but I think she said that they are usually side by side, which tells me that she plays that co-pastor role in some way. And I think
Somebody need to visit.
And when asked, he
Somebody need
said
to
she's
visit.
fine, right? He
Somebody need to
said
visit with some homemade muffin, and visit.
with the
swing by the
CBC,
house.
the
Right?
CBD
I
stuff
think
in it.
when he was asked, he said she's
Okay.
fine. So is that explanation enough? I don't know. If the secretary is really concerned, she should check for signs of digging behind the I always start reading Annette's comments, and then I'm always surprised by the time I get this. Like, oh wait, oh wait.
Like, I don't think they have to tell where she is, but I don't think there's anything wrong with at the beginning of each online service to say, greetings from, I'm sending you greetings from Pastor so-and-so. Dwayne is cracking me up. To Cheryl, if you only knew him, okay?
Yes.
Constantly. But I don't think
Leah says she wishes Grams was here to answer.
I did too.
Leah wishes she was here.
Yeah, me too. But we had Grams.
So what you're saying, Alma, is you think that he should at least address her absence? Like, I'm sorry, First Lady can't be here today. Or we just heard her say she says she's fine. So we don't really know we know what fine means, depending on the circumstance.
Right.
But he should say, greetings from me and First Lady, and then go on with the service and not really go into any explanation.
Yes, it's true, because it's a small congregation, 300 members. So yes, people are concerned. Some of us are nosy, but people are concerned. So he should just say, you see, the First Lady have been absent for the past couple of days. For the past couple of weeks, she has a headache. She has a headache. The headache that you get exactly when it's time to go to church.
I think it should be addressed. Like, he should say, because sometimes I think people will say, hey, I'm sorry about so-and-so. And I have actually stopped saying that unless I'm really sorry about it, because I think people just use it as a filler before they say something else. So he doesn't even have to say he's sorry. He could just say, good morning, however he addresses the congregation, and say, First Lady Shaniqua is not with us today. She has some business to take care of, and would you please keep us as always in prayer. Now, for the, just keep it moving. And so
what they shouldn't do is just pretend like there's nothing wrong.
Right.
Like they should say something. Right. Okay.
Yes.
With their position. Yes, their position, they cannot not say something. He needs to say something. Right. Just to quiet the chatter, just so people don't start digging in his backyard.
Right. Or because if he doesn't,
they're gonna make it up.
Is gonna show up with some shovels.
They're gonna make it up. If he doesn't tell them, they'll make up the story.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so y'all. I love each and every one of y'all. So I want to take a minute before we end the show to say, oh my gosh, I am so overjoyed. And I want to say this so my audience can hear, because these women know I tell them all the time, but everybody knows my story. They know my mom, my dad, my sister have all passed away. They're all in heaven. God bless them. But these ladies right here, oh my goodness, continue to show me love every day, all day long. They hold me up. They fill me up. And I could never, ever repay you for all that you guys do for me. And I just want to publicly say thank you, because I often say thank you as we're doing things and hanging out and stuff. But I really want you guys to know I really, really love you so much. So thank you for
friendship
tonight.
Friendship is a two-way street.
And they take you on fantastic vacations.
Exactly. Look at us today. extended Mother's Day weekend. Disney.
Yes.
Alma Live. Ask Alma Live on location.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Thank
Leah,
you.
send me the text because I know you took a trip, but you didn't tell me where, and I need to know. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Norman, sorry about
Norman.
that. I was getting excited for a minute.
It's like, what in the world is going on?
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.